everybody mentioning this to me. Well, there was this
I hope everyone has have learned a lot.
issue, right?
We are actually in break time, and I want to talk to every individual that is online listening to us. You know, I'm sure by now you have understood that you're very special, and you have the power
And
with you to create a life that you want and create a destiny that you want, and you are a co-creator.
she's
When I started this journey, I was really excited. I'm
bought, if even that. But her brother doesn't want to sell.
to
She does. So
knowledge and help others to
she has
really
her name,
understand who they are
his name,
and what.
jointly, the way they inherited it, right? And so, but if he doesn't willingly agree, like if we can't just
And I'm
allocate
able to
then we'll have
pass down
a petition suit. Which is not
from Bob Proctor and many other authors, and be able to help you to truly understand your power and who you are, and what does it mean to be co-creator of your life. What does it that mean to be creating your life by design, however you want. I'm here to tell you that, and I want to see you often in I Mastermind family and I Mastermind group, and I'm here to support you and really show you the path to become conscious creator. I'm grateful. We're going to go to the studio and we're going to continue our teaching. Thank you for being with us.
at the voting booth, so I'm going to be so busy in a couple of weeks. But we'll see.
So how's everyone so far? I didn't hear it.
Wonderful.
Awesome. That's good.
You didn't hear me? I'll do it again.
I just after I what is it?
No. So I got,
We're live, by the way.
oh.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, no. So one of the ways, okay, that we start our day is we go, ready? A, B, C. Always be closing. And I had something else, but I probably shouldn't say it loud.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say I am grateful. Okay.
Always be closing. But you know,
Yeah.
but yeah, just like,
Awesome.
this is what we were talking about earlier. So,
So as we discussed, thank you, Emma. As we discuss self-image, it's really simple that truly understand everything is energy, and those images that you're holding of yourself, how it's affecting your life, and how you can change it. It's all an unseen world that is controlling you, controlling your behavior, controlling your decision, controlling what's possible for you, and it all can be changed to whatever that you want. And that's called paradigm shift. We're changing those ideas with the ideas that we want. We have the capability to do that. We have the willpower to decide who I want to be. You have the power to decide who you want to be, regardless of where you came from, what time you came in, who's your family, what language you speak, what nationality you have, what social class you have, what education you have, if your family has money, if they don't have money, whatever. You can change it from this day moving forward. But most of us, we allow our past, our history, where we came from, how our parents were, or the life that they had, or the ideas that they had, or a culture we had. I came from Middle Eastern culture, and there's a lot of culture I had to let go and disassociate myself and not relate myself to those and start relating myself to new ideas that I want to become. Was it hard? Yes. And a lot of people in my culture told me that, hey, he's very Americanized. He doesn't follow our culture anymore. He's not Persian. He's not Iranian. He doesn't follow the culture. He doesn't carry the values. Because I was experiencing paradigm shift. But I was okay with it because I understood what I'm doing. I understood that I'm in charge of who I want to become, and I'm not going to let what I was born in my spirit, came in my body in Iran, in a small town west of Iran, a middle-class family, and I didn't allow that to define me and determine my future. I lived totally different from my family. I love them to death, but I live totally different from them. I have different experience in my life. I have different financials that they do. Everything about me is different. Why? Because I understood this concept. I decide to build this avatar who I want to become. And that's your power. That's every one of you guys have this power to become whoever it is you want to become. But the problem is you're going to say, yeah, I'm successful. And then a few minutes later, something comes in that, like, Stuart, you said, something comes up and you see, and it reminds you of that, you're a loser. And you're like, oh, I said I'm successful, but I'm a loser. Because when you say I'm a loser, it goes back to your paradigm, and it's going to browse for those things that happened in the past for you and reminds you that you're not successful. You're that. And because we're talking about unseen world, if I'm saying I'm successful, I can do this, I can go here, I can create this life, has it happened yet? No. The things that you want hasn't happened yet. It's up in the air, right? It's an idea that you're holding, and you're the only one believing it because it hasn't happened and you can't see it with your eyes, you can't feel it right now, you think it's not possible. We were trained to live, if I see it, I believe it. Right? If I see it, I believe it. Show me the money, I believe you. We heard that, right? But when we understand what energy is, everything that we're seeing right now is a product of past. The way I was thinking, who I was. If I want to change the future, I need to change right now. I need to start holding different images. I need to start holding different self-image of myself. And I don't have to prove to anybody. I don't have to talk to anybody about it. I don't have to go say, hey guys, this is who I am from now on. And they're like, who do you think you are? Did you lost your mind? What happened to you? Do you have your head somewhere? They tell you that. But whoever you want to become is your truth. Your reality right now, the result that you're getting, it doesn't define you. That's your reality. Your truth is whatever idea that you're holding, whatever that is, with the free will, that's you. And through the law of perpetual transmutation of energy, you bring that idea into form as a result. Every one of us, I said earlier, a manifester. We're just not aware of it. We're just manifesting the ideas that we think is possible. Now let's go further. Let's think out of the box. Everyone's going to talk about it in a little bit. We want to go over who is it that you want to become. Write it down and start imagining that person. And start really, it's called paraxis. Means when you start selecting who you want to become, you got to behave and act like that person. When? Right now, regardless of whatever everywhere else say. Regardless how they judge you. And keep doing that because according to the laws, what you can't imagine, everybody can imagine, but why it doesn't happen? Because we didn't take action. You have to move. Actually, Joe Dispenza in his workshop explained it very well. When you start moving, you start putting that energy into work. You start putting that energy that is thoughts, you bring it into a form, but movement, because your body is transforming. So you got to imagine and think of that person that you want to become. I am whatever that you want to become, and act like it, and hold you accountable to it. And ask yourself, hey, does this person does this? Ask yourself every day. Monitor yourself. Hey, does this person that you want to become, does he make this decision? Does he behave like this? And when you start checking yourself, because this is called personal development. Personal development. You're the only one who can do it for you. And when you just ask yourself, hey, is this who I want to become? After a while, you're going to see, yeah, I need to change. And I need to act like that person who I want to become. And it's amazing. What happens is you start seeing shift in your reality according to who you think you are.
Let's do a quick exercise. Let's go back to the vision that you wrote down. Who wants to share? What's the 1 year, next year?
Put down mentor, coach, entrepreneur, public figure, and philanthropist.
How are you expressing that?
Today?
In 1 year from now?
How will I express
No,
it?
yes. How will you express? These are expressions of consciousness, right? Can you go through them again?
Mentor,
Coach,
entrepreneur,
entrepreneur,
public figure, and philanthropist.
mentor, coach, Phil, what else?
Entrepreneur and public figure.
Okay. These are expressions that can only be experienced. Do you agree?
No.
Experienced. What does experienced means? What does to express mean? Anyone? Feelings, emotions, but the only way you get that is how? I'm having trouble hearing. Vibration, but the only way you'll feel a vibration, the only way you can feel this
Is by expressing it.
is by the expression, and it can only be experienced by,
Acting it out.
there you go. Now, you'll never understand a thing until you do it. It's a beautiful part about it. This is why you can never, you can say, lie to yourself. Because you have to have it within first. Experience is to see it outside of yourself. Yes? Mm-hmm. That means to know thyself. Every book, you go to the beginning of time, they said, know thyself. And they said the only way is you got to go in. Yes? You got to go in. Everybody wants to be something outside that's not true inside. This is where we hit follies. You know what a folly is? A lot of people call it a failure. It's folly. Really, it's just one's a cause, the other one's an effect. Can you pick up that book? What is the average individual? Can you pick that up? What does the average individual do? They grab the book and they read it. And normally, if they get memory out of it, normally that's as far as it goes. Would you agree with that? How many times does somebody pick up a book on purpose to a definite end? Not a lot. You know how many people will flip page by page and never get understanding? I said it earlier. How do we get understanding? It's when we do what the page says to do. Right? We will never get understanding until you do what the page says to do. How many times do we really understand a book? You just said, holy crap. Yeah. You know how many times we read something, but we never acted it out? That's why we miss the experience. We miss the expressions. So many times we were taught in school, we were taught to put what in the box? Memory, and we get graded on the memory. But when it comes to life, we fail. Folly. You'll never understand a thing until you do it. This is where you get your true understanding. What is understand? Can only one thing. That means you're expressing and experiencing the idea at the same time. There's only one way to do that. And that's to let the idea flow through you. Yes? So there's only way that you could experience this. Because these are only expressions of consciousness. Through what mode? We need a self-image. Does everyone understand what I'm getting at? If we don't have a self-image to go express, to experience, so that we can fluently release this idea with, this becomes a non-entity. Everything that we see in the physical world can only take form through a host, through a body, through a company. Let's say if you had your idea, but you're not willing to put it together, you're not willing to express and experience it. That means you're not willing to become one with it. What happens to the vision? If you're not willing to act it out, what happens to it? It disappears. It becomes a non-entity. Why? Yeah, because the only thing that can give an external experience to anything is a spiritual prototype. Hand move. Hand move. I don't say am hand. I say I have a hand. I don't say am foot. I say I have a foot. I and thought, then I experience it. This body can only experience itself out of itself through a mind set, a self-image. The self-image is what's creating the expression. Mm-hmm. Now, if you have a vision and you're not willing to act it out, you will never produce the outer ring that supports it. Now, let's look at consciousness and how your consciousness has supported this outer ring that you call an expression of life as you see it. 20 years back, you had a mind set. Unknown to you, you're already working with a vision.